5 Positivity Tips from Sigmund Freud. Hello. Welcome to the 5 Positives channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the mind of Sigmund Freud. Yes, the father of psychoanalysis. Freud is widely known for his theories about the unconscious mind, dreams, and early childhood experiences. But what if I told you that his work has some incredible insights into how to live a more positive, fulfilling life? In today's video, we're sharing 5 positivity tips from Freud. These aren't just abstract theories. They're actionable ideas that can improve your well-being, boost happiness, and help you navigate life's challenges. Whilst the content in this video is based on Freud's original theories, it's essential to acknowledge that his ideas have evolved within the field of psychology, and that many of his contributions have been refined by later psychologists. Let's get into it. And before we do, make sure to hit that like button if you find the video helpful and subscribe for more content on living a positive life. Tip number 1. Understand your unconscious mind. Freud is famous for his exploration of the unconscious. He believed that our behavior is heavily influenced by unconscious desires, fears, and memories, things we're not fully aware of. Freud compared the unconscious mind to an iceberg. What we see on the surface is only a fraction of what's actually there. The rest of it lies beneath the surface, influencing everything from our emotions to our actions without us realizing it. By becoming more self-aware, you can start to address those hidden thoughts and desires, rather than letting them control you. Understanding what drives us allows us to make conscious choices that lead to greater happiness. Have you ever felt inexplicably anxious around a certain person or situation? Freud would suggest looking deeper to see if there's something from your past that's influencing your current behavior. Understanding that unconscious connection gives you power over your reactions and helps bring more peace into your life. Tip number 2. Be aware of your defense mechanisms. Freud introduced the concept of defense mechanisms, mental strategies we use to cope with stress or uncomfortable emotions. While they're natural and can be helpful in the short term, overuse of these mechanisms can hinder personal growth. Examples include denial, repression, and rationalization. Let's say you fail at something important. You might deny it happened, or convince yourself it wasn't your fault. Freud's insight here is that, while defense mechanisms are instinctual, it's crucial to recognize when you're using them, and make sure they're not controlling your life. Awareness allows you to process emotions more constructively rather than avoiding them. If you feel nervous about something and find yourself saying, "It's not a big deal to brush it off," Freud would encourage you to confront that anxiety instead. Accepting it and exploring why you feel that way leads to healthier emotional processing and greater self-awareness. Tip number 3. Build healthy relationships. Freud placed a huge emphasis on early childhood relationships, especially with parents, as they shape how we view relationships throughout our lives. But it doesn't stop there. Our relationships continue to influence our emotional health as adults. Freud's theory suggests that strong, healthy relationships are foundational to happiness. Positive, supportive relationships create a buffer against stress and help us maintain a balanced emotional life. Think about your relationships. Are they supportive? Do they help you grow? Freud would argue that the people we choose to spend time with have a huge impact on our mental well-being. By cultivating healthy connections with people who uplift us, we set ourselves up for emotional success and happiness. Tip number 4. Harness the power of sublimation. This is one of Freud's most fascinating ideas. Sublimation is the process of transforming negative or intense emotions, like anger, frustration, or anxiety, into positive, constructive outlets, such as art, work, or exercise. Freud saw sublimation as essential for both personal growth and emotional well-being. It's not about denying emotions, but redirecting them into something productive or creative. Instead of bottling up anger or stress, you channel that energy into something positive. If you're feeling frustrated, instead of letting that frustration build up, you might channel it into a physical activity like running or starting a creative project. Freud would argue that turning that negative energy into something productive not only alleviates stress, but also helps you grow emotionally and mentally. Tip number 5. Cultivate a sense of humor. Freud understood the immense power of humor in helping us cope with life's difficulties. He believed that humor allows us to distance ourselves from negative emotions and view tough situations from a lighter, more manageable perspective. Humor can relieve tension, reduce stress, and even strengthen social bonds. By laughing at life's absurdities, we can process difficult emotions with more resilience. The next time you're in a stressful situation, try to find the humor in it. Maybe you can laugh at the awkwardness or your own nervousness. Freud's point is that humor doesn't just help you cope. It helps you view challenges with a positive, detached perspective, making it easier to move forward with confidence. There you have it, 5 positivity tips from Sigmund Freud. Whether it's understanding your unconscious mind, becoming aware of defense mechanisms, building healthy relationships, using sublimation, or cultivating humor, Freud's ideas offer valuable tools for living a happier, more positive life. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who could use a little Freud-inspired positivity, and subscribe for more psychology and personal development content. Thanks so much for watching. Stay positive.